Everyone, I'm still searching for my electric car, and I'm here with Cracker. He's decided to join me up on the sofa while I introduce this video. Basically, I wanted to explain before I get into some of the footage of the car why I'm testing the Kona again. I've test driven a Kona SE model for 10-15 minutes with the dealership, and just from that short distance I could tell that the car drives really well. What I wanted to do was test the Premium SE, the higher level spec car, basically because I believe that's the spec level of quality that we can expect for the electric version. So I wanted to get a feel for how luxury the car felt and how comfortable the car felt. And also, there is a really slim chance that if I don't find an electric car at all for me, then I perhaps need an interim car to get me by until I go electric. And you know, there's a faint chance it could be this Kona Premium SE. So there was a tiny bit of contingency in this test drive, but mostly it was to check out the Kona again from a perspective of how much quality can they put in the car, and is it enough for me with the electric version when it comes. Sadly, I took quite a lot of in-car footage using my action cam, but I'm not sure how or why, but it's incompatible, so I can't use any of that footage. So there's lots of ramblings and lots of discussion that I'm not able to share with you, so my bad, really sorry about that. But hopefully there's some good views still of the car and some good information for you. So that's the reason for the test, so over to some footage of the car. Okay, here it is, the Hyundai Kona Premium SE. This one in Tangerine Comet, currently orange, extremely bright, with a two-tone roof, the dark night. And I understand chalk white, black and dark night are going to be the contrast colours available on the electric Kona. So that's very useful to see that from that point of view. Nice view from every angle on the car. I think the car looks modern, but not too quirky. I like it. Boot space, plenty of space for the shopping, plenty of space for what you might want, little tool space or cable space underneath, and the spare wheel right at the bottom. So if you didn't have all that gubbins in there, that would be as spacious as the Leaf boot. But because of the flat loading bay, and they've taken all that space away from you, it's actually smaller than the Leaf. What you can see in there, though, is how far back I have my seat compared to the passenger seat. There's acres of room for passengers behind Susan's space, but behind my driver's seat, because I drive so far back and with the seat quite low, there's a lot less legroom in the back. But as I tested in the last Kona, I find a person of 5'10" to 6 foot, plenty of space in the back. Absolutely plenty of space. My knees weren't rubbing, my feet could go under the seat. It was just spacious. The seat's designed for adults in the back, not children. So very impressed. Headroom, yeah, I still had space. I wasn't anywhere near scraping my head on the roof. And the headrest, as you can see, there was the perfect position for supporting my head and my neck. The seat's definitely the most comfortable I've tested. The leather is much more sumptuous and real leather feeling. I really enjoyed the seats, both front and back. Best out of all the cars I've tested for certain. This was a 6-speed. I kept forgetting to put it in 6th. Heated and ventilated seats. Yeah, the ventilated seats very useful. It was a hot day. We had the car and either on and with it off, and it does help. And it's quite a sensation, but you can definitely feel the air coming through. It definitely cools you. They're very effective, so nice little feature. I get the impression a lot of the features here and a lot of the buttons are going to be consistent across with the Kona Electric. I'm not sure how they're going to redo it and make it completely new and fresh if they do. So that's why I wanted to test this really and get a feel for how good the luxury and the comfort was. And yeah, I was happy. I was very happy with it. I wouldn't say it's up to Volkswagen Golf standards, perhaps, but it's better than the Nissan Leaf. It was better than the Zoe by miles. if I was trying to gauge it, I'd say, yeah, is it worth a £30,000 car? It's getting close. This Premium SE is getting close to that feel, but it's more in the 20,000 range. So I hope they add a little bit more premium to the electric. Otherwise, it's not going to feel quite where it should do. But having said that, look at the Nissan Leaf. I think this interior is more comfortable, more luxurious. Leaf, and the Leaf's £30,000. So I suppose everyone has different views. This had a Krell hi-fi system, much better than the Bose in the Zoe. It was an extremely capable system. Wouldn't say it's the best in the world, but very good and decent quality sound. Cracker had loads of space, absolutely loads. He really did enjoy it because it's raised up, because it's not it's a flat loading bay. He could actually look out of the window as he went along. So yeah, for Cracker, the Kona's the perfect car. Miles per gallon, not that that's too relevant from my point of view, but I got 55, 56 to the gallon out of the thing, which is the best you're supposed to be able to get. It wasn't peak summer that I was testing it in, and I was being reasonably economical. So yeah, it's nice to know that this little petrol could do 50 to 55 to the gallon in the summer. Winter time and just nipping about town, probably more like 30 to 40 though. I tested a lot of the features, but the one that I was really interested in testing was the heads-up display. Click the button to the right of the steering wheel at your side, and this nice little sheet of plastic pops up, which doesn't look too bad when you're driving. You don't really notice it, but you do notice what's displayed in front of you: the speed of the road, the speed, navigation instructions, and any emergency information. It was very well positioned, a very good size. On this video here it looks small, but in real eyesight it wasn't flashing and it looked larger. You didn't have to search for the information, it was there right in front of you, but didn't obstruct your view in any way. Very nice little feature. I'll definitely use that if I have a Kona. So again, back to Cracker, you can see here with him sat down, plenty of space. You could have a bigger dog in there without any issue whatsoever. But for me, the Ioniq has a bit of a problem because of the angle of the boot, not the size. So this has a better angle, and that suits us. So there you go. I'll leave you with some pictures of the Kona Electric. This extra test drive has stimulated me further to think that the Kona Electric is an extremely good car and very suitable for me. So it's high up my list, to say the least. So this test drive was a success. It's helped me realise that, yep, the Kona has a lot of positivity towards it. So thanks for watching, and see you again soon with hopefully a conclusion. Bye.